welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to be showing you how to get this fun, colorful look for the Shaghayegh Tafreshi fashion show taking place on June 11th at 9 p.m. Huge thank you to our makeup director, Rachel Jones, for allowing me to share with you all how to get the look. Through any point with today's look, if you have anything that you are struggling with, do everything you can to the best of your ability, and there will be a makeup artist on location to make any final tweaks. All we are doing today is our complexion and gluing down the brows. The eye look will be done on location. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. We start with our makeup. You want to make sure your skin is properly prepped and ready to receive the makeup we're about to apply. So, cleanse, moisturize, take the steps that you need to ensure your skin is ready for the makeup. And if you're unsure, I'll have a video linked above in the cards as well as below in the description box of my beginner-friendly skincare routine so you can properly prepare your skin for makeup. To get started with our makeup, we are going to glue down our eyebrows. It's not as challenging as it might sound. It just takes a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of precision, but it's nothing we can't do together. And if you don't get the hang of it, don't worry, there will be a makeup artist on location to help you. I'm gonna take a little cotton round, I fold it into a wedge shape. I've got a little bit of 99% alcohol, and I'm gonna take that and wipe over my eyebrows. Make sure you work back and forth both directions and really get in there and the skin around the brow. What we're doing is we are gonna degrease our eyebrows and dehydrate the area around the brow, so that way when we go to apply the glue, everything lays flat and it sticks. You wanna take a spoolie brush. I like disposable ones so I can throw them away when I'm done. If you don't have one of these, normally the back end of your eyebrow pencil will have a little brush, or you can use a disposable toothbrush. You are just going to brush the hairs. I like to brush everything up and then work it in all different directions. That way you've got the hair loosened up. So when we go through and use our glue, it's easier to apply. It's personally easier and quicker if you do both brows at the same time. I am gonna be showing you how I do the left brow, and I'll do my right brow off camera. Start with your glue stick. This is what my local drugstore had in stock. But if you can find the Elmer's glue stick, it's purple that dries clear. It is easy because once that purple cast goes away, you know your glue is ready for the next layer. I'm gonna take my glue stick, press firmly into the skin. Don't use light pressure, you need to press it into the hair. You are going to press, pull in, pull out, pull down, and then brush it up. And by doing this, you're making sure your hair is coated from all sides. And I like to use a handheld mirror so I can make sure each hair is laying straight up and flat to the skin. And we are just going to use a firm pressure. Your skin might turn a little red, that's normal, it's just friction. And we are gonna manipulate all those eyebrow hairs to lay straight and flat to the skin. So once you have that on, if you see any little dabs of glue, take your wedge with alcohol on it and wipe over those. Let this sit and dry while we do our other eyebrow. Sit, let it dry. When you touch it, it should feel dry. There should not be any type of tackiness. If you're like me and impatient, you can use your blow dryer to kind of expedite the process. So after you blow dry, give them a touch and there shouldn't be any type of tackiness. So you can see the brow is already really flattened out to the skin, but you want it flush. You want it to look like your eyelid just continues to the forehead, no separation. We are gonna apply a few layers. For me, it normally takes about 4 to 5 layers when I've been on location and working with different clients. Sometimes I need to do up to 8 layers. So everyone is different. I'm gonna show you how to apply the second layer and then I'm gonna finish the rest off camera. For our second layer, we've got the hair flat. You don't want to disturb it. So you are going to take your glue stick, press it at the base of the eyebrow, and flick up. You are only following the direction of the hair. Once you have that on, use your little alcohol wedge to clean up any of that excess For me, it took 5 layers to get my eyebrows completely flat. And you can see when I turn my head to the side, there's no separation between where the brow starts and the forehead stops. So it's one continuous line. Your eyes will be done on location because the eye look is gonna be different for everyone. So we want to focus on our skin and making our skin look like the most perfected, realistic version of your skin. I'm gonna start off with a primer. If you are gonna prime, if you've done proper skin prep, you don't need to prime, but I like to think about what you want out of your skin. So my skin is on the normal to slightly combination oily side. And I want my skin to have more of a luminous glow. So I am using a primer, which is going to give my skin this kind of glossy glow. When you're doing the rest of your makeup, kind of avoid this eyebrow area because you want it to stay flat. If you disturb it too much, it could lift and you have to do it all over again. When you're choosing your products, use what you have already. And if you're curious to what I'm using, I will have everything I use listed in the description box down below. And if there's a product that you don't have that you need to run out and get, in the description box, I have a list of any type of color I use, and I'll have easily accessible, affordable products suited for all skin tones down below in the description box. So I am gonna be using a water-based foundation, and this is just gonna help my skin look the most realistic it can. When you're looking to choose your complexion product, you wanna make sure you are using the best tone for you. And there's many different ways to match your foundation. Generally, I like to step back from the mirror, look in natural daylight, because for most people, our face, our ears, our neck, and our chest are all different tones. So take a look at what you're gonna have on. Look at the neckline of your top. Are your arms visible? I like to look for the color that is most cohesive. For me personally, my face is slightly darker and more red. My ears are significantly more red. My neck and my chest, they're slightly lighter and more of a yellow tone. So if I match my face, my foundation's gonna look too dark. If I match my ears, it's going to be too red. So I like to match my neck and chest because that's gonna give me more of a uniform look. So take a look and find the color that best matches your all over tone. When doing a look like this, I personally like to work with my fingers for the foundation. So this way you can really kind of feel the skin and make sure you're applying the product just where you need it, because we don't want a mask of makeup. We're going for the look of perfecting our skin, not covering. So once you have your first kind of veil of your complexion product on, step back. A lot of times for this kind of naturally perfected look that we're going for, a single sheer layer will be enough. If you step back, your overall skin tone will look more even. For me, I could either use a little bit more of the foundation or I could use a concealer to just pinpoint where I want. I want to take the quick and easy route, so I'm gonna take a little bit more and just add a little bit of coverage on my cheeks and forehead where I want a tiny bit more coverage. I have not applied anything to my under eyes. Personally, I do not like foundation under the eyes. I like to use a little bit of concealer. For my concealer, instead of applying straight from the tube, I like to put a little bit on my ring finger. Now you've got under eyes concealed, all over foundation on. Step back one more time, do a final look. See if there's any stubborn spots of pigmentation or a blemish or redness that just doesn't have enough coverage, and add a tiny bit more. The goal is to work in very sheer layers because you don't want this to look like makeup on your skin. You want it to look like your skin, but better. If you are happy with how it looks here, you can leave it here. I like to go a little bit over. I like to be a little bit extra and do a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a clean kind of foundation buffing brush and then just give my skin another blend. It doesn't do much, but if we look at our brush, you can see it has now been tinted with foundation, and that product that is on our brush is product that would just otherwise be sitting on top of our skin. So this is a great trick if you just want your skin to look the most realistic as possible. We want to add color, but more so we want to embellish our skin. Skin is not naturally one solid color, because if we look at our skin right now, even though we don't have full coverage on, it's become a very much uniform tone. We've lost the natural dimension that creates beauty in our skin. So we want to add back some of that natural dimension, beauty, and patina of the skin. So you can do this with either liquids, creams, or powders. I'm gonna show you how to apply with cream/liquid products. I'm gonna take my highlight and warm it up on my index finger. Turn my head, find where the light hits me, and apply. So now that we've added some of the light back to our skin, let's add a little bit of warmth and a little bit of depth. I'm gonna be using my cream bronzer, and again, I'm just using my fingers. If you want to, you can use a brush. I like working with the natural warmth of my hands, and also to feel the natural highs and lows of your skin so you can really apply the makeup where you want to. Find where the hollow of my cheekbone is, so where it sinks in, and kind of right between where the lowest point is and the bone, right over the middle. I'm gonna tap a little bit of that bronzer from the hairline just to the outside corner of my eye. Stamp it right along your hairline. A little bit right over the bridge of the nose. Pinch on the chin. Blend in circular motions, just tap out the product. Now, to finish off our look, we want to add a tiny hint of a blush color. I've removed my lip balm so you can further see what I'm referencing when I'm talking about the color. So we want to add a little bit of color to our cheeks because skin naturally has a little bit of natural flush, a little bit of a rosiness. So a great trick for finding your perfect cheek color when you want to look your most natural is look at your lips, and everyone's lips are made up of multiple different colors. So look at the color more towards the center of your lip. So kind of right there. So right where it kind of starts going from the outer lip to the inner lip. That color right there where it's naturally a little bit more vibrant. Find a color like that, and you can even use a lipstick. A lipstick is a great trick, and if you know it works on your lips, it will work beautifully on your cheeks. I'm gonna take a shade like this. Take a tiny bit from the pupil of your eye, little circular motions, and as you kind of tap, work your way back. So if you remember where you placed our highlight and our bronzer, you were going right in between those two shades to marry everything together. We added some bronze. So bronze naturally has a little bit of a rosiness, redness, or a burn to go with it. So right between where that highlighter is and that bronzer is, take your fingers, tap right over there, a little bit right on the very center of the bridge of the nose, on the chin, warm your fingers up, melt that product, and blend out. We have all of our color product applied for our complexion. You can leave it here. One thing I like to do is take that foundation brush we used to buff everything and just kind of stamp right over the edges where you applied it. So right between where the bronzer is, where your blush is, where the highlight is, stamp around, stamp over, and that's just gonna kind of help it look more and more like it's your skin. Your lips, you can either add a little bit of a clear balm or take a whisper of that color we just applied on the cheeks, on your fingers, and apply that color to your lips. So your skin should still look like skin. You should look like the most perfected, most beautiful version of you. So leave the makeup here. When you get to location for the show, the makeup artist who's on location, they will be applying an eye look. So the eye look is gonna be different for everyone. I'm gonna apply my eye look real quick and then I will be right back. So here is how to get our look for the Shaghayegh Tafreshi fashion show taking place on June 11th at 9 p.m. on Fashion Art Toronto's website. Huge thank you again to our makeup director, Rachel Jones at Be Pretty MUA, for allowing me to show you all how to create the look. And don't forget, if at any point there's any part of the look that you are having a little bit of difficulty with, don't freak out. Brow covering takes practice, and there will be a makeup artist on location to show you how to perfect the look. So, I will see you all on the next video. Bye!